Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Jqlm Radio Special Edition with your girl Lady J right here on Jqlm Radio, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. And of course, I have another amazing guest here with us today to tell us about all that they do in their community. But before we introduce our guest, of course, we must get those formalities out of the way. So if this is your first time tuning into the show or to Jqlm Radio and you would like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in, this is what you would share.
If you'd like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in to JQLM Radio, this is what you would share. You can tune in live by downloading the JQLM Radio app on your Apple or Android devices. You can also listen live via Alexa, the TuneIn app, the Simple Radio app, and a host of other platforms of which you can find on our website, where you can also listen live at egoentertainmentnet.com/JQLM-radio. Or just visit egoentertainmentnet.com and click the button right there on the home page. You can also connect with us via our website or social media at JQLM Radio. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Additionally, you can email us at jqlmradio@gmail.com. Find us under our parent company, Ego Entertainment Network, on social media at EGOENTNET. That's Ego Ent Net. You can also follow us on LinkedIn at Ego Entertainment Network. And last but not least, make sure you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Ego TV Network.
All right. So now that we have those formalities out of the way, let's welcome our guest, Jessica Coffield, to the show, who is a life coach.
Hi, Miss Lady
Welcome.
J. How are you? I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain.
That's good.
So can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself? Tell everyone who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Yes, definitely. So my name is Jessica Coffield. I'm a certified life coach, but I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology, so I pull a little bit of that in. But the real focus is on the action coaching. What do we do with all of that knowledge and awareness of the psychology behind our mind and our emotions? So a lot of what I do is focusing on mental and emotional fitness. I kind of look at our mind and our emotions the same way we do our physical fitness strategies, right? We've got to strengthen it up. We have to train it. We have to maintain it. And that's basically the approach I take. And that's why I call it action coaching, because it's more about what we do and just learning the fundamentals of how to do it.
Awesome. And where do you reside?
So my home base is out of Florida, near Orlando, Florida, but I work remotely, so I'm nationwide and even touch into the international.
Okay, awesome. I'm getting some feedback.
Ooh, okay. I'm not sure how to fix that. I can put a headphone on.
Do you have a speaker next to your device, like a phone or another speaker, something that is picking up?
I don't anymore.
Okay.
Did that fix it?
Let's see. Yes, it did.
Okay.
So let's do that part over.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Yes. So I am an action coach. So what that means is I look at focusing on the mind and the emotions and the fitness that needs to go into shaping those, to reframing those, and to maintaining and strengthening those. So I am a certified life coach. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, but again, my focus is really on what we can do to move our whole body wellness forward. I'm located near Orlando, Florida, but I work remotely. So I actually serve nationwide and even internationally to some degree.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about what were you doing before you became a life coach?
Yeah, so I was a stay-at-home mom and then a preschool teacher. I had gotten my college degree, but then ended up being pregnant and kind of took that route for a while. and then hit the 30 mark and kind of tried to figure out what to do with myself. And instead of spending $30,000 on a furthering psychology degree, I decided I wanted the coaching because it was about what we can do with that knowledge, not just sitting in that knowledge.
Okay. And what transpired in your life that made you pivot into deciding that this was the type of coaching that you wanted to do, as far as, because life skills, it encompasses a lot.
Yes.
So what made you decide that this was your niche?
That's a great question. And in all honesty, I think it comes down to adversity. We all have past history, and some of us have different challenges throughout it. And mine certainly isn't the worst, but I've had a lot of challenges throughout childhood from 6 years on up. And it was just really trying to figure out how to overcome all of those. So it started with like a personal project, and I realized how beneficial it was to know the psychology, but that wasn't enough to do what I needed to do in my life. So that's what really sealed it for me.
Awesome. Can you tell me what in your life transpired that encouraged you to decide, I need to go to school to get this bachelor's in psychology, and then further and get certified, licensing to be a life coach?
Yes. So, really it was the desire to create an impact. A lot of the adversity was because of people operating without knowledge, without ownership of their mental and emotional well-being, right? Like just a byproduct of what they were experiencing. And if I could do something to create a ripple of change in that so that other children didn't have to deal with those things and people could be happier, that was really what sealed the deal for me to go into coaching and open my own business and take that hard road of trying to make it all work.
Okay. And so can you tell me, what would you say has been your greatest challenge in developing your program, or how you operate and interact with clients?
Right. I say for me personally, the biggest challenge, one, the area that I live in isn't necessarily, they're interested in what coaching is, but not enough to buy into it as muchly. So, just being a small business owner, one is the awareness and the reach, right? Like it does take money, it takes a network to be able to do that. But then secondly, just, coaching is still such a new industry and there's so many variations. Not to say people don't do what I do, but just to be able to identify myself specifically to what I do versus all the other amazing kind of coaching that's out there. I think those are the two biggest challenges that I face.
Awesome. And what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment thus far?
Oh, wow. I actually won locally. I've had a couple awards for my business, but the most recent was a Pink Diamond Award, and it's a super cute little beautiful, just really cute thing.
Oh,
But it was awarded from the county, from an area within the county because of the popular vote within the county. So people kind of attracting to my website, and it made me know that there's more awareness than maybe I see or realize. So that was a really meaningful award because it kind of came from the community and the people of the community versus, some other different networks.
okay. Awesome. And what advice would you give someone who would be your ideal client, I should say, that is dealing with adversity or having a hard time transitioning, overcoming that
Mm-hmm.
and moving towards being successful in all areas of life? Because a lot of people don't really know where to start. I think for a lot of people, it's usually the starting point. Like, I don't know where to begin. So what advice would you give someone that, would be an ideal client that just doesn't know where to start?
Yes, take that jump. You're right. You're 100% right. Getting started is often the most difficult thing. And sometimes we try and then it didn't go the way we wanted, or we didn't connect with the person that we were, the professional we were seeking support from. Don't give up. Keep taking that leap and trust yourself. so many times my clients already kind of know what they need, but they don't quite know the pieces of how to make it happen. So take the jump, don't give up, and trust yourself are probably the key pieces. And then lastly, find somebody you connect with. There are tons of professionals who can get the job done.
Awesome. So tell me, who would be your ideal client? Or yeah, who would be your ideal client?
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do, I personally love mastery over the human condition. And I know that is probably never actually achievable, but
Mhm.
again, kind of back to that fitness training, like the pushing, right? Not pushing and strengthening. So I love helping people work through trauma and heal, but I also really equally enjoy being able to take people who have, done their work and they've gotten their footing, but they just need that like next level up to really hit
Mhm.
that place of thriving. Because if we have a whole bunch of healthy people out there thriving, this world can be an incredible place. So I have to say that's a place I enjoy.
Awesome. And excuse me, if someone wanted to, connect with you for services, what criteria would they need to meet?
So you definitely have to be ready to show up and do the work. I'm again a very much an action coach. So I give you basically all the knowledge of what I understand about the biology of our human process and psychology, and then give you the tools. I assign homework, supports and all of that. But for the work to really matter, you have to pick it up and do it. So somebody who is ready, and somebody who's willing to show up and give it their best, whatever their best looks like at that moment. um, that's really it. And making sure it's within the fields that I work within. There are some things I just don't have the specialties to do, but it's not a
Mhm.
hard criteria. But you have to be ready. I show up at 100%. I want my clients to show up there too.
Absolutely. Okay, so tell me, how can people connect with you? Like, how would they reach out if they were interested in your services?
Yes. So you can contact me through phone or text. Do you want me to share my number or?
Yes,
Oh,
however you
okay.
would like.
Okay. So that's 386-507-9300. You can also visit my business website. It's epcoachingservices.com. You can book a consultation through there. Once we've had like a consultation interview, you can book a session. And yeah, I'm ready to help. I love working with people from all different backgrounds. So pretty much any way that you can find me through my social media. My business is Endless Possibilities, Life and Business Coaching Services, Jessica Coffield, Life Coach Jessica. That's all kind of my tag.
Awesome. And so I'm going to ask you this because I ask everyone this. Why is community important to you, or
Oh,
serving the community important to you?
serving the community. Okay. Serving the community is just a piece of who I am. I think it gives you more than you can give back, but it's just another piece of us showing up and really kind of changing the emotional dialogue of what some people experience in this world. And there's no better use of time than to give from a generous heart. So community is an essential piece of me and my business. So I can't think of another way to answer that.
That's perfect.
Okay.
So, well, I know we're coming down to the last 2 minutes of the show. And so before we get out of here, I want to give you opportunity to maybe leave with a final thought, something that you would like to leave the listeners with.
Ooh, okay. Final thought. It has to tie back on that community because I was actually ready to answer this way. So, our human condition, which is kind of what I focus on, is a very strong, resilient thing that we have in life. But we're made so much stronger when we have a community within us and behind us. So
Mhm.
nurture that for yourself. There's so many tests and research studies that show how much more resilient to stress and just resilient and mental and emotional strength we are. So build that community. It's important. It's pleasant to have it, and it's important when we need it.
Awesome. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I so appreciate it.
I really do appreciate it. And thank you for all the work that you do in the community and helping people, overcome adversity and, live a life of health, mentally, emotionally, and ultimately that affects all areas of our lives anyway. So
Yes.
once that is well, then all else is well.
Right. It's gravy from there. But you too, Miss Lady J. It's amazing. I've just gotten to meet and get a snippet of what you do. And oh my God, icon. I don't know where you have the energy because I know I'm juggling stuff. So it's been a tremendous honor. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. And last but not least, can you tell everyone what's next for you or what you have coming up so they know
Yes.
how to tap in?
Yes. I am super excited. I work with all different demographics, but I am doing a Women Empowered Owning Success event. It's a live event in the Orlando area, which is in Florida. April 19th, it's going to be at the beautiful Lou Gardens. It's a morning event, and I can't wait. I've got a whole host of speakers, and it's going to be a great time. Tickets will be on sale soon, so that will be available on my website. And yeah, I'm super excited for that to come.
Awesome. I believe that Jessica is also a part of the upcoming Dare to Be Free conference
I
that
am.
everyone will be a part of as well, that now publicly everyone can be a part now. So it's no longer private. It is a public event now. And I think that was very important, to be able to open it up to everyone.
Absolutely. I am, again, truly honored to be able to even participate in that. So much purpose, so much community behind that. And I can't wait for that event. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes. So again, thank you so much for being my guest today. This brings us down to the end of our show, JQLM Radio listeners. Again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in, thousands and thousands of you who tune in to JQLM Radio every day across 65 countries. We really appreciate you all. Because of you all, we continue to be a multi-award winning network. And you guys keep us going. So continue to tap in 24/7 to good music, good content. We have a little bit of something for everybody. Make sure you continue to invite your friends, family, and followers right here on JQLM Radio. This has been another episode of JQLM Radio's Community Corner with your girl, Lady J, right here on JQLM Radio, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. And until next time, remember that community is necessary. Love y'all. Deuces.